Welcome back to the Morning Blend. This is real life reality TV. Meet Andrew and Lily, the Milwaukee area couples going through the home buying process, and you can watch them take each step from pre-approval to house hunting, then finally moving in. You can even see them make an offer on the house of their dreams.
Yep, it's a video series called Welcome Home Milwaukee in partnership with the Equitable Bank, and here now with more. Now you can see the show is Rachel Schwab with the Equitable Bank. Good to have you here.
Hey, Rachel.
Thanks for having me.
What a cool thing. You guys, I always feel like you guys do the neatest things. You always have the most informative topics and helpful things that you tell people about. This is, I can imagine, something people really want to have an inside view, a bird's eye view of what happens to people when they buy a home.
Absolutely. You know, the home buying process it's a big deal, and it can be intimidating. And we were trying to think of fun and entertaining ways to make it a little less intimidating. So we thought, well, what a great way to do it. Follow this couple, a real couple.
So they're real.
They're real Equitable customers. They're a real couple. They really live in the area, and they really bought a house with financing from the Equitable Bank.
So tell us about Andrew and Lily. It looks like they did a
real
little
snow.
bit of their shopping during the winter.
It was real snow that we were all
really
slippery and slipping on. And, yeah, they're really from the area, and they were looking to buy a house. They want to settle down, and we were able to follow them through that process from getting pre-approved with the Equitable Bank, and then looking at houses, and finally deciding on one and making an offer.
There's 5 episodes that people can watch, and each one deals with a different topic.
Yep, the first one is the pre-approval, and so that video is already up on the site, and people can go and see what that process is like, and it's not as intimidating as people think.
Is it different though for everyone when you watch it? Is it very similar to what someone would experience, or is everybody's process a little bit different?
Well, there are going to be different nuances for each person, of course, but overall the process is the same, and we want to show people that it's really easy. And a lot of times people think, oh, I want to buy a house, this is the house I'm going to go get. I'm going to call the realtor right away. But really there's a couple things you want to do before that, so this is a good thing to educate and entertain at the same time.
I love it, and people can go to the shows tab at TMJ4.com to watch these episodes. And again, you said the pre-approval one is already posted, so people can watch that first step in the process already. The website also includes a lot of helpful, interesting information, because you said entertaining and informing is important as well. But anyone who owns a home or is looking to buy, I think could take advantage of this, because there may be some steps you missed or things you could do better, even if you've already bought a house before.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're looking to refinance or getting tips about things to do in your house, there's some of the Morning Blend videos from when I've been on before and we've talked. Those are on that page as well, so people can see anything home related. So whether you're just thinking about buying your first or on your 4th house, there's something for you.
Yeah, and you've even talked about just curb appeal in general, different things like that as well. You said there's a couple things you need to do beforehand. How important is a pre-approval before you even, is it something you want to do when you're finally looking, or when you even know you want to start looking?
I think before you even start looking, it's fun to go online, and check out houses, and or their neighborhood, take a walk and go, oh, well, that one's for sale. But can you afford it? Does it make sense for you? Really, the first thing you need to do is get pre-approved, because that's going to give you an idea of where you're at. Because how disappointing to think, I think I can afford that. That's the house I really want, only to find out that you can't. Or on the flip side, to sell yourself short and say, well, I don't think I can, and then have all of your finances laid out and have a experienced loan officer from the Equitable Bank say, no, this is really what you can afford.
Is this a good time to buy a house?
Oh, it's a great time to buy a house. It's always, throughout the year people buy houses, but it's spring, it's finally spring, and people are starting to put their houses on the market, and we are seeing a ton of pre-approvals, and people are really getting excited.
I've heard a couple people say, yeah, it's a buyer's market. They're like, so sell your home and buy, but it's a buyer's market, Well,
I think actually there's a lot to be said. There's also a seller's market on the flip side there, and I think that there's a demand for houses, because people are finally saying, okay, I think I'm ready. With the economy downturn that we had for the last few years, people were a little afraid, and now that they're seeing, like, okay, I can go and do this.
It's wonderful. So if people call the Equitable Bank, you can talk about the pre-approval process, what they need to do in order to qualify for pre-approval, and talk through what they might be able to afford, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we will go through all of the fine details to make sure that they're qualified. And they can feel confident. And an equitable pre-approval is really highly valued by the realtors in the area, because they know that We've done some underwriting ahead of time. There are some other pre-approvals that aren't as valid, or they haven't done the homework behind it. So realtors really feel comfortable that, like, okay, this couple or this person can really make an offer on this house.
It's wonderful.
Yep. Here's the information for the shows, so you can watch the reality show about Andrew and Lily and find out a little bit more about those 5 episodes and how they go through the process of buying a new home with the Equitable Bank. Visit the shows tab at TMJ4.com, and that's where you can find those episodes as well as all those from the Equitable Bank and Rachel here on the show. You can find more about the Equitable Bank by calling them at 414-777-4411 or visiting online at theequitablebank.com. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Cool show.